Okay, good morning.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, it's English, ma'am.
Yes?
English.
Ma'am, English.
We have next.
English class, huh? Okay. Never
Yes,
mind.
ma'am.
When you get the link, you
Yes,
please
ma'am.
just remind me in case I spill over by 5 or 10 minutes, maybe. I'm just thinking. All right. If we complete in time, we shall get that. Not to worry. All right. Okay. So this is a problem with respect to the mode because you had some problem with the recording that I had sent. I thought I will discuss this once before I take up the problem on medians, which we have to do today. Now, as I told you in the previous class, mode is that entry which occurs or is frequently repeated in a distribution. Okay, someone
Ma'am,
speak.
Kushi is waiting.
Okay, somebody is still waiting. Okay, I put them inside. So mode is that entry which occurs frequently or occurs the maximum number of times in an ungrouped distribution. So when we talk about group distribution, by just looking at the distribution, we can't decide which is the mode or we can't find out the value of the mode by just observing the distribution. So for that, we have this formula which we have to remember to get the mode of a given group distribution. So mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F2 whole divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied with H. So there are 5 variables that we have to understand clearly. So these variables are all based on the modal class that we decide. So if you want these 5 variables to be identified from your distribution, first and foremost, you have to find out or identify the modal class. So how will I identify from the given class interval which is the modal class? It is very simple. Look at the frequencies given and find out which is the highest or the largest frequency. Which is the largest frequency in this distribution?
18.
88.
The class interval corresponding to the maximum frequency will be called the modal class. Alright. So this is the class interval which will help to be called the modal class. Now all these variables are dependent on the modal class. So what are those we will try to understand. L is the lower limit of the modal class. So in my given distribution, 4,000 to 5,000 is the modal class. And what is the lower limit for this class interval?
4,000.
4,000.
L is equal to 4,000. Okay.
4,000.
Second variable is H. That is the size of the class interval. So what is the size of the class interval? How do you determine the size of a class interval? It is
Upper
the
limit
difference
minus lower limit.
between the upper limit and the lower limit. So what is the difference between 5,000 and 4,000? It is 1,000. So that is
1,000.
how you have understood that. The size of the class interval is 1,000. Next, please pay attention. You have to be very, very specific in identifying F1, F0 and F2. If you go wrong in this, then your mode will be wrong. So F1 is the frequency of the modal class. So in modal class, the frequency that will become your F1. So 18 is the frequency for the modal class. So F1 is 18. Next, F0. It is the frequency of the class preceding the modal class. What is preceding before? That means if this is the modal class, which is the class interval which comes before that, it is 3,000 to 4,000. And what is the frequency of that class interval? That will be your F0. Frequency of preceding means before, preceding the modal class. So preceding the modal class is 3,000 to 4,000 and the frequency is 4. That's how your F0 has become 4. Next, F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the modal class. Succeeding means it comes after the modal class. Which is the class interval after the modal class? It is 5,000 to 6,000. And what is its corresponding frequency? It is 9. So there should be no mistakes in identifying F1, F0 and F2. F1, frequency of modal class. F0, frequency of class preceding the modal class. F2, frequency of class succeeding the modal class. So once you've identified all these 5 variables, then you simply have to substitute these values in the formula for the mode, which will give you mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F2 whole divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied with H. So when you substitute all this, you will get 4000 plus
Ma'am.
some fraction. That fraction will be simplified and added to 4000 to get the mode. Do you have any doubt in this? Have
Ma'am,
you
Kishan
Ma'am,
is
what is
waiting.
all the 5 variables for a given distribution when you want to calculate the mode? If there is a doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I think I'm shifting to the median now. Because that's the last one that I
Ma'am,
have.
Kishan is waiting.
Still somebody is waiting.
Ma'am, even Vadlakshmi.
Yeah, I have admitted. All right, is there any doubt with respect to the mode? Please memorize these formulas. One for the arithmetic mean, one for the mode, and the last one today what I'm giving is for the median. Shall I proceed to the median or you have something?
Ma'am,
to
can you
ask me
repeat
about it?
F2?
Yeah, somebody is still waiting.
Ma'am,
Okay,
can you repeat F2?
yes, I have added. Yeah, any doubt in the mode? Can we move on to the median? No doubt. Are you sure?
Ma'am, can you
Because mode is
repeat
coming
F2?
both in the midterm and also in the board exam. Are you sure you can identify L, H, F1, F0 and F2? Because unless you identify them, we have nothing to do in the mode. Okay, sorry. So median equals L plus N by 2 minus CF whole divided by F into H. Where the first variable that we have, L, is the lower limit of the median class. N equals number of observations. What do you mean by number of observations?
Ma'am, total number of frequencies.
That will be equal to what? It is actually sigma F.
Total number of
All the
frequencies.
entities you have in the distribution, when you sum them up quickly or you total them as one entity, that is called N, that is the number of observations. Or you can remember this as sigma F also. All the frequencies when you add, you will get N. Then the CF. Frequency. Which is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Preceding the median class. So we will first identify how we can get to the median class and then get on to these variables. F is the frequency of the median class itself. And the last variable that I have is the H. Can you find out what is H? Same as the mode, that's the class size. The difference
Class size.
upper and the lower. So this is how you have to remember the formula for the median. Alright, now we will take up a problem and try to find out the median for the given group distribution. So these variables, I hope they are clear now. You should be able to find these variables with respect to the given median class. Now, how do we identify the median class is very important. So let us see that first. So we will take up one problem from here. Okay, we'll take up the first problem in exercise 14.3. So, 14.3. Page number 287. I'm just at the first problem. The following frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of electricity of 28 consumers of a locality. Find the median, mean and the mode. All the three are asked, but now I'm going to concentrate only on the calculation of the median. You know how to calculate the mean and the mode already. So now I'm going to concentrate only on the median. So the monthly consumption given in units and the number of consumers. So you will prepare this table first, then what other column has to come to you?
Madam.
Who is talking in between? I don't know if you're talking to me or you're stopping. 65 to 85 is the first interval. 85 to 105. Then 105 to 125. 125 to 145. 145 to 165. 165 to 185. And then 185 to 205. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 intervals. And the corresponding frequencies are 4,
ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್
15,
ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್
20. Whose
ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
audio
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ
Whose your audio is
ನಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೂರ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಕೇಳಮ್ಮ.
Hello, whose audio is switched on? Please check whose audio is switched on.
ಮಾ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ನನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನು ಬರೆಯೋದೇ ಬಂದ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Ma'am, Ramesh.
Ramesh, please mute your audio. Ramesh. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have to find the median class. That is our first effort, because only the median class will allow me to find out those variables that I require. So the median class, how do I decide? I have one more column which has to come, which is called the cumulative frequency or the cumulative frequency. So the third column that I require for finding the median class is the cumulative frequency. From the word itself, you will understand cumulative frequency is nothing but the sum of the successive frequencies. First, let us find out what is sigma f. Sigma f is equal to, add all the frequencies and tell me how much it is coming out to be. Add quickly. 4, 5, 13, 20, 14, 8 and 4. Sum it up.
68.
Ma'am,
68, correct, 68. So this is the number of observations. The n that you have is 68, all right? So that we have found out first. Next, to find the median class, modal class is very easy. You look at the maximum frequency and tell the class interval corresponding to the maximum frequency becomes the modal class. But median class directly we can't say. Why? Because median is actually that entry which will divide the distribution into two halves. That means if I decide that, say, 100 is the median of this distribution, there will be equal number of entries on the top and below 100. So that median is somewhere hidden inside this class interval. So to find out to which class interval it belongs, I have to do a small mode activity compared to the mode. Mode is very simple. Frequency and a node bettu yavu maximum frequency ide, other the corresponding class interval will become the median class. But when you, the modal class, but when you want the median class, the third column has to be prepared, which is called the cumulative frequency. Now cumulative frequency means it is the summing of the successive frequency. So what does it mean? Between 65 and 85, if there are 4 consumers, when I club the two intervals, that is from 65 to 105, how many consumers do you think you will have? If there are 4 consumers in this interval, and now I am telling from 65 to 105, I want to know how many consumers are there. What should I do?
Ma'am, 4 plus 5.
Yes, you will add both these frequencies. That is what we call the cumulative frequency. So in the first interval, if there are 4, within the first and the second interval together, there are 9 consumers. Then between the first, second and the third interval, how many consumers are there? It will be 9 plus 13. What is that equal to?
22.
22.
Yes, so that is what you call as cumulative frequencies. It is just telling us the total number of consumers or the frequency with respect to intervals taken together. So first interval, we know there are only 4. Within first and second interval, you have to add. It will become 9. Then between 9 and 13, it has become 22. Correspondingly add like this and go. Let me see what you are getting. 22 plus 20, 42.
42, 56,
56. 56 plus 8.
64, 64,
64.
64 plus 4. 68.
68,
68.
No, but there are 68 observations. That means from 65 till 105, all the 68 will be completed. So this is how you have to confirm whether your cumulative frequencies are done properly or not. You have to successively add the frequencies and the last CF value will be equal to your sigma f. Only then you have done it correctly. This is how you confirm. So your cumulative frequency is ready. Next, I told this cumulative frequency is to be made ready to find out what is the median class. Now, how do you decide on the median class? Median class is that class which corresponds to the frequency which is equal to n by 2. Now, n is your sigma f. What is n by 2? If n, which is sigma f is 68, what is n by 2?
34, 34,
34.
34.
Now, within the cumulative frequencies, once you find out this n by 2, now you have to find out in the cumulative frequency column which is the nearest value to 34 and also greater than it. These two conditions you have to keep in mind. The value of the
42.
cumulative frequency
42,
nearest to n by 2 and also greater than n by 2, which is that?
42, 42,
Which is that value which is nearest and also
42,
greater than
42,
the n by 2 value?
42,
Okay,
42,
42. So I'm going to rotate this 42. Now you have to decide the class interval which is corresponding to, still somebody is getting added. 1 minute please. Yeah, we have to locate the median class for which we have found out n by 2 and therefore you have to see in the cumulative frequency value which is the two conditions should be satisfied. It should be nearest to the n by 2 value and also greater than the n by 2 value. That's why you can't take 22 because you may think 22 is nearest to 34 but it is not greater than 34. So 42 is the only one which will satisfy both the conditions, nearest to 34 and greater than 34. So this corresponding class interval to that value of the CF is your median class. So this is how you decide your median class. Is it clear? Because this is the crux of the entire problem. Unless you decide the median class, we can't go and find out those variables. So I hope you have understood the median class. Yes? Any doubt in identifying the median class? Modal class is very easy. Maximum frequency node interval and node counter, that will become your modal class. But when you are asked the median class, what should you first tell yourself? You must tell yourself, go and prepare the CF column. Then look at the value of CF which is nearest to n by 2 value and also greater than that. How will you find out the n by 2 value? Sigma f is nothing but n. So n by 2 will be sigma f by 2 which is 34 in this case. So now go and search for the cumulative frequency value which is nearest to 34 and also greater than 34. So we have decided that it is 42. The interval corresponding to that cumulative frequency will become your median class. Clear? So now shall we go and identify what is our L, our N, our CF, our F and H. Once you identify this, then you can apply in the formula. So let us go and try to find out what are these values for our median class, which is 125 to 145. So come on, decide. What is your L now?
125.
L
125.
is 125. What is N?
68. 68.
68.
20.
68. Then CF, cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Preceding means before.
22.
Why somebody
22.
memorize one? Chirant. Okay. The cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Preceding the median class.
22.
So what is the
22.
cumulative frequency of that class?
22.
Cumulative frequency
22.
of not the median class, but the class preceding the median class. Preceding means before the median class. Which is the class before the median class? It is 105 to 125. And what is the corresponding cumulative frequency? It is 22. Can you understand that? How it is 22? Please pay attention. On your own, you should be able to substitute and find out all this. Next, F, frequency of the median class. Median class is
20.
frequency based. You will take 20 or 42.
20.
Be very
20.
careful. It is frequency of median class, not cumulative frequency of median class. This column is frequency, that is cumulative frequency. So my F is frequency of median class. So it is equal to 20. Then what is H, the class size? Difference between the upper and the
20. 20.
65?
20.
20. So you have identified all the 5 variables. L is 125, N is 68, F is 20, CF is 22, and H is 20. Now can we go and calculate the median? Just substitute in the formula. Median equals, what is our L? L is 125 plus N by 2, 68 by 2 minus CF 22 whole divided by F, which is 20, into H 20. So the 20 and 20 will easily cancel. There is nothing that you have to do there. So it will be equal to 125 plus 68 by 2 is 34 minus 22.
137.
The denominator is gone. 34 minus 22.
12.
12.
12.
That's all.
12.
So it is 125 plus 12, which makes the median as 137.
137.
Simple as that. See, once variables na clear ಆಗಿ identify ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ, if you are able to clearly identify the variables, then substitution and simplification is not a big job. But when you want to decide on these variables, you first have to find out the median class. So to find the median class, you have to clearly prepare the cumulative frequency column. And the cumulative frequency column, when it is ready, it will allow you to identify the median class. Alright, so I think I've been saying the median class again and again. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Because I suppose this is how the median is to be calculated. One of the 3 marks in section, very long answer. Short answers. Short answers, I think I have 2 questions in statistics. One of them is certainly going to be the median or maybe the mean, because mode is much simpler. I may maintain it in the very short answers. So please see that this will fetch you 3 marks. If you have a doubt, please ask me. Otherwise, one last formula which I have, which may happen in the 1 mark, because every year it happens in the 1 mark, which I shall write it here. If all the 3 central tendencies are known, we can connect them using a general formula. The 3 central tendencies that we know are the mean, the median, and the mode. Correct? These are the 3 central tendencies that we know. So if 2 of them are given, we can find out the 3rd one, because there is a connection between these 3 values of central tendency. Maybe I will write it here. Can I clear this formula in the hope that you have written? I'm clearing this. Now this is very useful information and an equation which will allow you to calculate the third value if two of them are known. Suppose if the mean and the mode is known, you can find out the median. Or if the median and the mode is given, you can directly find out the mean. Or if the mean and the mode is given, you can find out the median. So, ಮೂರು ಕೇಳಿರೋ problem ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Suppose there is a problem in which you want to find out the mean, median and the mode. ಬರೀ ಎರಡು central tendency if you find out, the third one can automatically found without calculation by using this equation. That is 3 median. 3 times median is always equal to mode plus 2 times the mean. It is a very important expression that you should remember. Because in the 1 mark questions they will ask you, they will give you the mean and the mode, then they'll find out the median. Or the median and the mode will be given, they will ask you the mean. Or maybe the mode and the median is given and you are asked the mean. So this is a very important relationship that you have to remember. Please take it down. 3 times median is always equal to mode plus 2 times mean. This is true for any distribution given to you. Any group distribution given to you. Alright. So will you be able to practice more problems on the mean, median and mode now? I have introduced all the formulas. I have shown you how to calculate and find out the values of the mean, median and the mode. And I also have given you the connect between the 3 values of central tendencies. So you should be able to use it to find that one value which is not given when the other 2 are known to you. Alright, any doubt in this you can ask me. Otherwise, I think we will be meeting only for the exam on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday. If there is a requirement, maybe I will meet you on Monday even if it is a holiday. That I have not decided yet. In case I require, I will text in the group. Then you may have to join for a 40 minutes because for you anyway you are at home only. For us, we may not be coming to the school. But if there is something that I really want to discuss with you, then I will inform you by Sunday so that you can join. So can we say we are done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all the best. Please prepare well and seriously and attend the exams with full concentration. Remember, we are in class 10. We can't take any assessment in a very easy go manner. All right. So, okay then, I think you can quit and join your next class. I am leaving you in time. I am not taking any extra time. Maybe the 20 minutes gap you don't get. Kindly bear with me and join the other class without any delay. Bye.
Thank you.